Hi everyone. Today, we're going to cover a really important skill, asking and sharing your age in German. This is super useful for making small talk, especially when meeting someone new. We'll use the verb haben and the question why alt. We'll kick things off with a quick dialogue, then we'll unpack the grammar and vocabulary step by step. Don't stress if rolling your R is tricky at first. Just give it your best shot. Herzlich willkommen back, everyone. Great to see you all again. Let's quickly refresh.
Beruf,
Means profession.
bin,
Is I am.
du bist,
Is you are.
arbeiten,
Means to work. Is boss.
oder?
Is name.
Alter,
Is age and
Nationalität,
is nationality. Fantastic. Today we'll be using these to build some more complex sentences. So let's dive in.
was ist dein Beruf? Was ist dein Beruf?
Ich bin Lehrer. Ich bin Lehrer.
Wie alt bist du? Wie alt bist du?
Ich bin 20 Jahre alt. Ich bin 20 Jahre alt.
Und wie alt bist du? Und wie alt bist du?
You just heard the essential question, why alt bist du? How old are you? Notice how the verb bist, a form of sein, to becomes right at the start of the question. German questions don't always follow the same word order as English. Lena followed up with und why alt bist du? A nice way to keep the conversation flowing after introductions. Let's dig into the grammar.
Ich bin 18 Jahre alt. Ich bin 18 Jahre alt.
Ich bin 19 Jahre alt. Ich bin 19 Jahre alt.
Now, Lena said ich bin 19 Jahre alt. I'm 19 years old. This is the most common way to express age. While saying ich habe 19 Jahre is technically correct, it sounds odd to native speakers. Remember, Jar means years and is essential when talking about age. You also have habe here, which is the correct form of haben for ich.
Ich bin 10 Jahre alt. Ich bin 10 Jahre alt.
A common mistake for English speakers is to say why alt du bist, which directly translates the English word order and is wrong. In German, the verb, here, bist, needs to come first. The phrase why alt doesn't change. Practice restructuring your questions to get the word order right, it's super important. And by the way, alt sounds a lot like the English word.
What?
Just a bit shorter.
Ist 16 Jahre alt. Ist 16 Jahre alt.
Bist du 15 Jahre alt? Bist du 15 Jahre alt?
Lena asked bist du 15 Jahre alt? Are you 15 years old? This is an example of a confirmation question. We're basically restating the inquiry with bist du. It's a handy technique. Additionally, remember that bist du is how you say you are in German. Feel free to swap in different numbers for practice, and always remember to include
Ja,
exclamation.
Ja, ich bin 15 Jahre alt. Ja, ich bin 15 Jahre alt.
Now that you can express your age, let's expand your vocabulary. Instead of always saying ich bin Jahre alt, we can use adverbs like
ungefähr.
approximately. This provides a more natural way to describe an age when you're unsure or don't want to be precise. We'll also look at
Etwa.
which carries a similar meaning. It's important to notice how these adverbs are placed before the age.
Ich bin ungefähr 20 Jahre alt. Ich bin ungefähr 20 Jahre alt.
Excellent. Notice how the adverb
Ungefähr.
comes before the number. Incorrect placement would sound unnatural. You wouldn't say ich bin 20 Jahre alt. The adverb modifies the entire age statement. It's not directly related to the number itself. Pay attention to these small details, they significantly impact how natural your German sounds.
Etwa 30 Jahre, denke ich. Etwa 30 Jahre, denke ich.
Very good, Marcus. You've correctly used.
Ha,
Now you've also added,
denke ich.
which means I think. This is a common and useful phrase to convey that you're making an educated guess or expressing an opinion. It shows that you might not be completely certain but have formed an understanding through observation or deduction. Remember the sequence, adverb, age, denk ich.
Wie alt ist dein Bruder ungefähr? Wie alt ist dein Bruder ungefähr?
Today, we'll expand your vocabulary by introducing common age ranges. We'll move beyond single numbers and learn phrases like teenager,
Teenager.
which refers to someone aged 13-19, and young,
Hä?
meaning young. This will help you understand more complex age descriptions you might hear.
Ist dein Sohn ein Teenager? Ist dein Sohn ein Teenager?
Excellent, Anna. Notice the article agreement with Sohn, masculine. That's why we use ein Teenager, not ein Teenager. Remember, gender agreement is crucial in German. If you were asking about your daughter, you would use ein Teenager because Tochter is feminine. This is a key area to master for correct grammar.
Nein, er ist erst 7 Jahre alt. Nein, er ist erst 7 Jahre alt.
Very good, Ben. Now we'll introduce älter als,
Älter als.
meaning older than. It's a simple comparison structure. Subject ist älter als subject to. Pay attention to word order and ensure your subjects are clear and grammatically correct. Mastering comparisons is essential for more complex sentences.
Bist du älter als dein Bruder? Bist du älter als dein Bruder?
Well done, Anna. Just a reminder about verb conjugation. Bist is the form of saying to be for do you. Make sure you are consistent with your verb conjugations. Incorrect verb forms don't affect the complete meaning, but they create the impression of broken pronunciation for a native speaker.
Ja, ich bin 3 Jahre älter als er. Ja, ich bin 3 Jahre älter als er.
Today, we'll delve into expressing age ranges in German using the preposition,
Zwischen.
which translates to between. It's crucial for more nuanced conversations about age. Notice how it's used with two numbers indicating a range. For example, zwischen 10 und 20 means between 10 and 20. This significantly broadens your ability to describe ages accurately.
Ich bin zwischen 30 und 40 Jahre alt. Ich bin zwischen 30 und 40 Jahre alt.
Excellent, Anna. Your pronunciation was very clear. Just to ensure absolutely perfect accuracy, note the und connecting the two numbers in the range. German requires both numbers, linked by und, for correct phrasing. Double-checking these small details elevates your German considerably and avoids misunderstandings. Ensure you include both numbers and the und.
Mein Großvater ist zwischen 70 und 80 Jahre alt. Mein Großvater ist zwischen 70 und 80 Jahre alt.
Perfect, Ben. You've demonstrated a great understanding of using
Zwischen.
a subtle but important point within specific contexts, particularly formal ones like legal documents. Written numbers are preferred. However, in everyday conversation, numerals, the numbers 1, 2, 3, are far more common and natural. Therefore, stick to numerals for now unless specified otherwise.
Wie alt sind deine Kinder ungefähr? Wie alt sind deine Kinder ungefähr?
That's an excellent question, Anna. Notice how you've seamlessly integrated.
Ungefähr.
Again, also pay attention to the word order, question word why first, then verb, then subject. Maintaining this structure ensures clarity and professionalism in your German. It's a small detail, but it makes a big difference in comprehension.
Ich habe einen Sohn, der 12 Jahre alt ist und eine Tochter, die 10 ist. Ich habe einen Sohn, der 12 Jahre alt ist und eine Tochter, die 10 ist.
Very well, Ben. You've correctly used the relative pronouns
Hä?
and to describe your children's ages. Remember, der is for masculine nouns and die for feminine nouns like Sohn and Tochter respectively. Consistent use of the correct gender is vital for grammatically accurate sentences in German. This demonstrates good attention to detail.
Sind deine Kinder Teenager? Sind deine Kinder Teenager?
We're going to expand our vocabulary slightly by connecting age with professions. This introduces the idea that age often correlates with career stages. We'll be saying something like, I am 25 years old and I am a teacher. Pay special attention to the consistent structure, age first, then profession.
Ich bin 25 Jahre alt und ich bin Ärztin. Ich bin 25 Jahre alt und ich bin Ärztin.
Excellent. Just a minor correction on the pronunciation of
25.
it's often mispronounced. Focus on clearly articulating each syllable, especially the und. It's not a flowing sound, but distinct components. Listen carefully and try again. We want crisp and clear German. Perfect. Now, let's introduce a slightly more nuanced phrase. We'll learn to express where you are in your career. Think phrases like I'm starting out as a teacher or I've been a doctor for 10 years. We'll start with a simple phrase, Ich bin Jared, which translates to I am currently.
Ich bin gerade Student. Ich bin gerade Student.
Today, we're expanding our knowledge of age by incorporating birthdays. You'll learn how to ask about someone's birthday and express your own. Notice the phrases,
Ich werde Jahre alt.
I will be years old and
Ich bin angeboren.
I was born on. Preparing for this allows you to now engage in more detailed conversation about personal information.
Wie alt wirst du nächstes Jahr? Wie alt wirst du nächstes Jahr?
Excellent. You've asked about a future age. The key here is using the future tense of werden with alt. Remember, werden conjugates based on the subject, du wirst, sei, is word, etc. You used the correct conjugation for du. The question why alt worst du nächstes Jahr seeks to understand someone's projected age in the future.
Ich werde 30 Jahre alt. Ich werde 30 Jahre alt.
Perfect, burned. You've correctly stated your future age. Notice the structure.
Ich werde Jahre alt.
The verb werden comes first, followed by the age. This is a crucial element of expressing your age in the future, setting you up for a more complex exchange regarding future plans. It is imperative to maintain this structure.
Wann wirst du geboren? Wann wirst du geboren?
Anna, that's an interesting question, but it's phrased a little awkwardly. You're essentially asking a question of time already past. Instead, we want to know when someone was born, not when they will be. The correct structure here is
Wann bist du geboren?
when were you born? The verb goes at the end because it's past tense. Remember, engagement in conversation requires a good handle on tenses and their proper conjugations. Perfect, Anna. You've seamlessly incorporated the adverb into your question. Remember, when forming questions with why alt ist, the structure remains consistent. Why alt ist ungefähr? The ungefähr modifies the entire question, creating a polite request for an approximate age instead of an exact one. This is excellent practice in applying what you've learned. Let's quickly recap what we've learned today. We covered why alt bist du. How old are you? Remember to prioritize verb first word order. You learned that ich bin jar alt is the natural way to state your age. Watch out for direct translations from English. Slight changes in word order can change the whole meaning. And don't forget to include
Ja.
exclamation. For homework, ask 5 friends or family members how old they are in German. Even if they don't speak it, just say why alt bist du? And have them respond with their age. Then, practice saying your own age out loud several times to work on your pronunciation. Also, write down 3 sentences about the ages of people you know. Viel Erfolg. Good luck. Okay, well done everyone. We covered a lot today: introductions, asking someone's age, and the tricky word order in German questions. Let's do a quick recap with a few quiz questions to solidify our understanding. Alright, first question. What is the main question being asked in the dialogue we practiced? Is it
Was ist dein Name? Wie alt bist du?
or?
Woher kommst du?
The correct answer is
Wie alt bist du?
it literally translates to how old are you? and is a really